So you're telling me that India tops the charts for asylum claims in Canada ahead of Haiti, Iran, Ukraine, Nigeria, war-torn countries? Really? India is actually the world's largest democracy. They're not under a dictatorship. They're not in the middle of a war. They're not collapsing like Venezuela, as an example. So why are more refugee claims coming from India than anywhere else in the world? Well, the answer to that is quite simple. The system is being gamed. Consultants are coaching students and temporary workers. In fact, they post about it on social media even. And when their visas expire, suddenly they're refugees. Hundreds of them, thousands of them, file identical copy and paste stories about persecution. It's not persecution, it's just paperwork to buy them more time. But you know what the real problem is? The fact that when tens of thousands of people are filing bogus claims and flood the system, real refugees, the ones actually fleeing dictatorships, gender-based violence, real wars, those all get stuck in the backlog. The biggest question here, though, is if they're bogus claims, why are they getting approved? And to be honest with you, most of them actually aren't approved. The majority do, in fact, get rejected, but the scam lies in here because the moment that you file that claim, you get years of work permits, healthcare, and benefits while your case crawls through the system. Winning asylum is not the point here. It's the prize of just filing for it in the first place. Nothing about this is anti-immigration. Everything about this is pro-truth, pro-Canada, and pro-real refugees. And if you can't tell the difference between that, you are not debating, you are gaslighting.
Who knew me supporting Indians would be such a controversial topic? Literally, I've been getting so many comments and DMs just like this one, basically saying that I shouldn't be supporting Indians and I shouldn't have made that video because Indians are racist and like whatever, this, that, and the third. First off, we're just creating more stereotypes. Not all Indians are racist. Not the whole country isn't like poor or whatever. Like, these are just more stereotypes that you're putting into the world, and this is just spreading more hate. Like, all I wanted to do was just uplift and acknowledge the beautifulness of India and Indians, and the fact that, like, why is it a trend to be making fun of Indians online or even in person? I don't know if it's happening in person. I haven't seen it in person, but probably in person too. And I thought it was just an American thing because I am on American side of TikTok. But then I found out through the comments, which thank you guys for letting me know, that it's happening all across the world. And especially in like Europe. So I'm like, this is literally wild. And I just wanted to bring that to light. I was like, whoa, I'm seeing comments about India on regular TikTok videos. I'm seeing disrespect India comments. Or I'm seeing videos of like India disrespect just pop up on my For You page. And I'm like, why am I getting this stuff? I didn't know this would be so controversial. I'm so happy though that like I'm getting a lot of comments like thanking me and supporting me for what I said and everything like that too. But it was just like whoa. This was something that I noticed and I wanted to speak on it because as a Black woman, I've also had those experiences. A lot of people will just hate on Black people, and it's really sad, and I hate seeing it, and I hate seeing it online and in person and everything like that. So me seeing it with Indians happen, I was just like thrown off guard. And I wanted to make a video about it because I kept seeing it. And I didn't know this would be such a controversial topic. I'm sorry. But that doesn't change the fact that I think Indians are amazing. And I think their culture, their clothes, their food, everything about them is amazing. And they're beautiful people. And that is not going to change based off some comments that just want to hate on me for making a video. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it.
Sit down and talk about the amount of racism that most Indian people have towards Black people.
I wasn't going to stitch this video because I've made many videos talking about racism in our community. But I've seen a lot of stitches on this video and Indian people saying, well, it's not all Indian people. Yeah, we know that. Black people know that. But it's a lot of us. So they are valid to say Indian people are racist. And can you honestly tell me, how would your family react if they know you're dating a Black person? I also saw someone say, well, Black people are racist to us too. Two wrongs don't make a right, but I'm also having a hard time believing that you know that many black people. And you're probably just making this assumption from like two black people that were nice to you. So like, well, they're racist to us too. We as Indian people need to acknowledge how we are wrong and apologize and change. We literally have come through apartheid together and somehow we're still divided. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, we need to allow this Indian hate, you know? Like, let's stop hating on the Indians, because guys are telling me, oh, do a 10-year stretch or become Indian. And guys are saying they'll do the 10-year stretch. Don't burn me, bro. I'll happily become Indian, because back in the days, yeah, the Indian brothers helped man out. Like, man, them, you lot know the Indian brothers helped us out. If you didn't know how to do something, there will always be an Indian brother on YouTube that does. How to get PS Plus for free. How to get Xbox Live for free. I'm telling you, there will always be an Indian brother that does. How to use Microsoft PowerPoint. There will always be a guy on YouTube that's Indian that knows what you want.
If you are Indian or Desi, I'm about to say something controversial. Maybe the reason why people don't like us is because of our behavior, our character, our reputation precedes us. We are a culturally narcissistic diaspora. Culturally narcissistic societies are white supremacist influenced societies, and you don't need to be white to engage in white supremacy culture. The idea that we are superior is in and of itself a culturally narcissistic belief. On top of the fact that we've been colonized and have inherited a white supremacist mentality, we also influenced white supremacy. If you don't believe me, look up the Boston Brahmins, okay? A lot of white supremacy has modeled itself off of us. I am not at all saying that you can't defend us, that you can't defend and protect your community, that you can't have pride in your culture. Absolutely, you can. While we are on the receiving end of racism, we are also capable of being complicit in racism. We are on the receiving end of harm, and we can also cause harm. It is also worth taking a step back and examining how we contribute to the problem. A lot of you are going to come in and say this sounds like victim blaming. It's not victim blaming. It's called accountability. We can be victims of racism, but we can also perpetuate racism. That is what it means to be Asian American in this country. We are also guilty of perpetuating harm. A lot of you have this idea that Indian pride is, oh, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're engineers, or we have so much gold, or some other like superficial thing, or say something like, oh, hashtag brown excellence. You guys are co-opting social justice speak and social justice language from the Black community. When the Black community says Black excellence, they are specifically speaking to the stereotype that Black people are uneducated, Black people don't work hard, that Black people aren't successful. So when Black people say Black excellence, they are trying to work against that stereotype. They understand their history. They understand how the system works against them. So that is their idea of cultural pride. When we say brown excellence, that doesn't work the same way. If anything, it only refuels the myth of the model minority. If your idea of cultural pride is how much wealth you have, how much money you make, or what STEM career you're in, what is your authentic relationship with your cultural identity? Because that's not it. Are there anti-Indian sentiments going around? Absolutely. That is tale as old as time. Welcome to the club. Welcome to racism. Welcome to being a racial minority in America 2025. This is what people have been trying to tell us for years. This is not new.
Sup you all, I hope you guys are doing great and thank you for coming back to my channel. So in today's video we're gonna talk about Indian fatigue. Okay, so there's a whole lot of hate that is that Indian people are receiving based on their behavior, actions in other people's countries. So yeah, just gonna talk a bit about that. I feel like India, that's one country that has always had a good PR, especially when it comes to their citizens, okay? Because we've always known Indians to be smart when it comes to fields like medicine, accounting, technology. Child, they've always dominated those industries. And their culture, child, they have beautiful traditional clothes, and also that they are vegans. They don't usually eat meat, most of them, or rather let me say majority don't eat meat. So yeah, we've always known them for that. But in recent years, child, even when it comes to food, their hygiene is not the best. Street food mostly, they've always received hate on that. And now the Indian fatigue. A lot of people are complaining about their, in fact, there's a growing frustration and exhaustion by people in response to their disputive behavior and controversial practices, especially when it comes to their culture, and also not respecting other cultures, especially when they are not in India. Maybe let's take, for instance, Canada. A lot of people in Canada are complaining about how they don't adopt their Canadian ways, and they want to, how can I put this? They want their culture to dominate in Canada. They should actually leave their cultural practices in India and not bring them to Canada. That's one of the reasons. So as I was going through YouTube, I came across a video. Let me check by who so that I can give credit where it's due. It's called Toronto Unfiltered. There is someone who commented, and I would actually like to read a number of things that made people angry actually. Yeah, behavior from Indians, by the way, that makes people angry. And yeah, let me, mind you, I will be reading, okay? So the comment goes like, there are a few things that really bother me and makes me angry. First one, shitting on benches and everywhere outdoors. This is definitely the worst. It is disgusting, disturbing, and it is a dangerous biohazard. They should be fined huge for this one. The second one, fishing without the license or any knowledge of the rules. The third one, throwing their garbage on the ground. The fourth one, begging, scamming for money when they go around the corner and hope into a Lexus. I don't understand this one, but I bet people who stay in Canada, they can explain down in the comment section so that we can understand better. The fifth one, expecting to be able to pray in the streets, blocking traffic, or prayer during working hours while other Canadians have to actually work. It is also maddening. I feel bad for the folks who have assimilated. Yeah, feel bad for the folks who have assimilated. My suggestion is for those folks like on this video need to speak up and make this stop, or they can simply go back to wherever they came from, because clearly they don't have a problem with whatever they may be or they're doing. Don't go away mad, just go away. So yeah, that's the other. It actually got 1,900 likes, this comment, and it was pinned. Again, I got this comment from Toronto Unfiltered, if you guys want to watch the video. But yeah, those are the same reason why, child, this all Indian fatigue is happening. And yeah, hope you guys like this video. Please do like, share, comment, do all the amazing stuff. I do also have other videos regarding this topic. Please do check it out, and see you on my next one. Ciao ciao.